Hey everybody, I'm
Hello,
sick.
everybody. And I'm injured.
And we are just the worst possible crew today. Talks fell down,
But
go boom, and hurt himself, and I caught some bug from the petri dishes I call children. So, yeah, we're doing great. But nevertheless, it's another episode of Teaching Talks Tech on the Bottle Rocket Gaming server. Um, for those of you who have just stepped into this little mini series or something with channel in general, this is actually a attempt to enlighten talks as well as enlighten all of you on some of the basics of modded Minecraft, at least as it pertains to our server. Um, and we've been working through the process of building up some technology for talks here in this wonderful little training center of talkses. So we've gone through a few phases here. We started out with some basic vanilla furnaces and upgraded to iron furnaces, and now we got our electrified stuff, including electric furnaces and compressors and macerators and so on. So we pretty much got him all set up in that regard. Now the downside to this is you've got a couple of regular generators running it, which work fine, but they do chew up coal and wood or whatever it is you put in there, and over time it just gets annoying. You have to keep refilling them constantly. You can throw a hopper on
for
it. There's a way to
example, we're out now.
exactly. So we're gonna go ahead and do an upgrade to his power system to help run these things a little better. There's actually two things we're gonna be doing. First of all, we're gonna be upgrading the actual power generation to geothermal, and the reason for that is geothermals have a good output. They're very strong, very, very efficient. As long as you can find lava to feed them, you're pretty much good. The second thing we're going to do is we're actually going to upgrade his power storage. Instead of having that little tiny buffer you'd have inside the generators, we're actually going to put in some battery boxes. So it'll be kind of like a bigger buffer for the machines to run on. That just gives you a little more to run with so that if, for example, things run out, you have a little buffer before the power runs out of it. So it's nice to have. Um, so yeah, so that's what we're gonna be hammering on today here. Now, to make our lives a little bit easier, I went ahead and grabbed all the bits and bobs and parts and pieces we need, and I actually made sure that they're right and that they haven't been Greg teched. So yay! And Talks, have you taken a look at this stuff yet up here?
I've taken a look.
All right. So first I'm just gonna do real quick here. I only needed a few sheets of it. This is tin plating. And tin plating, you put in a little plus pattern in the crafting bench, you get 4 empty cells. Empty cells are kind of an alternative to buckets in that they uh, will hold water or many other fluids of sorts. What's nice about these canisters is that they actually will stack even when they're full. So hooray for that much. So the next thing we're going to do is the geothermal generators. Now, I've gotten the pattern laid out here in the chest, and Tox, you can go ahead and snipe a set of the stuff we have here, if you'd like. Gonna steal. I could have just stole half of this right here and been done with it, but no. Grab those two.
Okay.
Anyways, so in the
Oh,
crafting bench, as you just saw, we're gonna go ahead and reassemble that layout here. And this will give us our geothermals. Now, the geothermals are technically a quote-unquote upgrade, if you will, to the generators. So that's why it uses the generators in its recipe, as well as some refined iron, those empty cells and some glass. And that will give you your wonderful geothermal generator. And it looks pretty. And talks having problems.
no, that's just that's what it looks like the face is making.
Yes. So from here, we're going to need to go ahead and pull a few things out here. What I want to do to help keep the powerful a little more even, some of you may have caught it last time when we mentioned it, but with the generators set up the way they are right now, it's always going to pull priority from the first generator because it's the shortest path. And like with many things in Minecraft, the shortest path is what gets used first. So as long as this generator has enough to run everything, it's just going to pull off that one. That can be beneficial, but I do like keeping things symmetrical in some sense or another. So we're actually going to be pulling these guys out here. We're also going to be pulling these automatic compressors out and moving them. make room for the geos and the battery boxes. So to do this, I think the generators are pretty stable. You could probably pop those with a pickaxe and be fine. When you start getting into the automated machinery like the automatic compressors here, using a pickaxe is going to give you a better than average chance of getting a machine block back, which is bad news. So I'm going to go ahead and use a wrench, and I'm using Omni wrench, and I believe the Omni wrench will in fact work. I hope. Oh no. Yep. I
Rurik
know.
said it should
Uh.
in the chat.
Hmm. 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 Yeah, I just got this like beaten feeling like I hate right tech or something. I don't know. See, this is what should happen right here. You right click once, it turns them, and you right click again, they pop right out.
Right.
Theoretically, that's what should happen up here. So right click and give them the turn and then pop them out. I got a
Rurik's probably
feeling though.
recording. Let's go crash this session.
And for those of you who haven't picked up on any of the other Ball Rock gamers, we do have Rourke88 on our server, and he pops on now and then. He's the guy that we played a little prank on with the bugs. Definitely go see that, and definitely see his response video. I've got this sinking feeling we're going to need a Greg Tick wrench to actually make that happen. So for the moment here, we'll try this out and see what happens.
Nothing.
Maybe I'm just dumb. All right, now I'm. Oh, there we go.
Oh. And it looks like they both. Back to you.
Oh no, they're both fine. But yeah, apparently you gotta use Greg Tech wrench for Greg Tech stuff because they don't want to come off otherwise. Greg! For the record, for our next mod pack in 1.7, we are not, in fact, having Greg Tech as part of our mod pack. And technically, it's got nothing to do with this. It's just too much of a pain to get it to work nicely with others. So, anyways. Okay, so Docs, let's go ahead and throw our geothermals down. You gotta put yours on the top and I'll put mine on the bottom, or vice versa, or whatever. Whatever floats your boat here.
I'll put mine on top. I'll let you put yours in.
Oh, you look on top. All right.
Yeah. Just want to get a straight angle on that.
That's interesting. The view I have of this is the front of it's facing down.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know what happened. Wait, let's try this. Yes, that one works fine. Interesting. All right. Anyways, so the geothermal. Let's go ahead and make our bat boxes real quick. We'll get that out of the way while we can. Put the wrench away here before I forget. The bat boxes you see here, it's going to be some wood planks, a piece of copper, and then those wonderful RE bags that we've made before. Pretty simple process. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a few here and 3 of those. I'll grab those 2. I'll go ahead and grab these. A couple of those. There's 3 of them for you. They should have, once all said and done, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I need a copper cable.
5 planks, a copper cable, and 3 RE batteries. Why am I missing a plank? Do you have 6 planks?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
still planks? You're a bad man.
I thought I needed 6 for some reason.
Talks. Ladies, recipes out for you.
Furnace. You can't craft with that. What was this?
Now let's inject. So we're going to go ahead and put planks in the bottom 3, and then in slots 1 and 3 on the top. Go ahead and slap your cable in between the 2 boxes on top there.
Cable. I think you stole that one.
It's probably still up there. Look at it, it's still there.
It didn't show there. Oh, what? I think you just put that back, and I think your coin just stole all my stuff too.
Oh boy, it's been a day.
Yeah, and it's only 2:30 too.
Oh boy, there has some wood planks.
2:30 for me. It's 1:30 for you. I'm still missing my planks.
Oh, these forestry bags, I swear, I love them to death, but there are honestly times when I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There we go.
Okay, so you've got 3 RE batteries, you've got a copper cable, and you've got 5 planks, right?
And I have a bat box in the outbox square.
Yay!
Output box.
And today we teach Talks how to speak English. It's kind of like Canadian with A's in it.
It's pretty tricky.
Lots of F's though. Kids don't look that up. All right, so we got our back boxes. Please don't look that up. Now the back box, I'm gonna go throw it down here real quick so you can see it. Very, very, very critical, very important thing here. All of these sides here, these are all output sides, or sorry, input sides. Kind of blank plane. That guy right there. That's the one you want facing out.
Is it the one with the orange circle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once again, we're having a display problem that must be showing on the bottom for me.
Oh, goody. So, to that point,
see it on the icon.
the orange circle is going to face you. So, in this case, if I wanted to put it up here, I want to be down under.
Uh-huh.
The orange dot, please.
Yeah, see, now I see the orange dot in front.
I want it on front. I want it under. Let's go ahead and turn it. There we go. Okay. So use a wrench to turn it to wherever you want. For the wrench, you can actually click on the spot you want the dot to show, or you can shift click on the opposite side you want it to show.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, so if I have for example, the orange dot facing forward, I can be up here and shift click, and that'll force the orange dot down.
Okay.
So if you ever can't get to a face, that's an easy way to get around it. So these things should be set right. I'm going to go ahead and cheat a little bit here and take that cable out. I don't see the orange dot on top. What? No. The visual glitch thing starting to get annoying. I'm sure you did.
Orange dot is on top.
Okay, so there we go. So basically the generators here are going to feed from the sides of the boxes, and then the boxes are going to feed out through the cable.
Oh,
and this
okay.
Gonna do double duty because the generators can feed through the cable as well.
Yeah.
But this way, like I said, they'll be able to top off the battery boxes and all be able to feed out. And now, since the battery boxes are closer than the generators, they'll be tapped first for power before the generators are. Bada bing, bada boom, everything's good. World's happy. All right, so that not yet, no. So the geothermals, like I said, they're really handy because they can run on lava. However, we don't have any lava up on top of a mountain here. That's kind of a problem. So we're going to go ahead and dive into a whole new mod to help us out here. And that mod is going to be Buildcraft. Now, with Buildcraft, it's kind of claim to fame, so to speak, is that it actually runs pipes everywhere. And pipes are a wonderful, wonderful thing. We can run pipes for power. We can run pipes for liquids. We can also run pipes for items. So we'll be getting into a lot of that in terms of automation. Real fun stuff. So for this particular instance, though, we're actually going to use the pipes for liquid. We're actually going to be able to pump lava up from where the lava pools are up to the generators. So to start with, we're going to need to make ourselves a pump. And first things first, we're going to do is we're going to need to upgrade a stone gear to an iron gear. Now, if you've watched past episodes, you remember we made a wooden gear, which was 4 sticks, and then we upgraded that with 4 cobblestone around it, and now we're going to upgrade it again and get ourselves an iron gear. So, Tox, you want to go ahead and grab 4 iron there.
Okay.
And then while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and grab... well, actually, let's go make this real quick here. They're super quick and easy. So, gear in the middle, irons, north, south, east, and west on there. You got yourself a nice iron gear. Huzzah.
Shiny.
What else extra stuff here? My inventory is always just an absolute cluster mess. I usually end up having my inventory dumped into a chest and get a sword chest. Yay! Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and in an NEI here, I'm going to look up a pump real quick just so I can show you guys. Now, there are many different types of pumps out there. There's a industrial craft pump, which we're not using. But then there's also a Buildcraft pump, which we are using. And the Buildcraft pump is a very fundamental device and used to pump liquids. But that's actually crafted by making a mining well and a glass tank from Buildcraft. Now, a glass tank is just that's a glass tank. It's a physical embodiment of a bucket in a sense. I think it holds like 8 or 16 buckets, I think. Can't remember. um, but that's basically you can place it down and you can have a lava store, if you will. And we can actually do some cool stuff with that later. Now, the mining well itself, the mining well is actually a Buildcraft mini miner, if you will. You place it down, you give it some power, it'll actually drill down into the ground and just within a 1x1 hole will basically mine out everything that's there. And if you put a chest next to it, it'll pump everything out into that chest. Not very helpful unless you do some other cool automation with other mods, but nevertheless, we do need that. So, to start off with, we're going to go ahead and make one of those. Now, you'll see in the bottom left we have here, we got the layout for that miner. So, it's just literally 6 iron, stripping both sides, some redstone, and a pickaxe, and we're going to put that gear right in the middle of it all. So, I'm going to go ahead and steal half the iron here and a pickaxe, one of the redstone. So again, just strip both sides with iron. Whoops. What the heck?
Blame
Alright
Greg.
then. I saw a new recipe pop I hadn't seen before. Alright, redstone on top, pick on the bottom, and then gear right in the middle. That'll give us a mining well. And I'm going to go ahead and grab half the glass here. And again, the glass tank is just regular vanilla glass blocks in a circle all the way around. And I'll get you the tank.
So basically a glass chest.
Yeah, pretty much. And then finally, last but not least, you put that tank on top of the miner, and you got a pump. Hooray!
Yeehaw!
Now, the pumps themselves are really handy because they will pump stuff out. Lava, water, you name it, the pumps will pump it. What's not so handy about them is they are not powered. They cannot do this themselves. So we're going to have to make some power for them. Now, luckily, pumps don't take much power at all. So we're going to go ahead and make ourselves our first bit of Buildcraft powering systems. And that's going to be using a redstone motor. A redstone motor is 3 planks on top, a piece of glass in the middle, and then a piston and a couple of wooden gears to get you going. So go ahead and grab that there. Now, redstone motors are the cheapest of motors because they just turn on with a redstone signal and they run. That's about it. Very, very cheap, very easy, no big deal. The downside to them is they are extraordinarily weak. So for doing things like running a pump, they work fine. For siphoning items out of a chest via Buildcraft pipes, they work just fine. If you want to power bigger machinery, however, they are just about worthless unless you want to make an absolutely ridiculous amount of them. So bear that in mind. So that's pretty much what it boils down to with them. Now, the last piece of the puzzle we're going to need here is we're going to need some actual Buildcraft pipes. So I'm going to go ahead and take half the stacks you see here of stuff, which is the cobblestone, glass, and the waterproofing. Now, Buildcraft pipes come in a variety of flavors, everything from cobblestone stone to iron to diamond to gold and so on, and they have some different attributes. Cobblestone is the slowest pipe in the game, and when you put this recipe in here with just the cobblestone and the glass by itself, you're going to get the regular transport pipes. You can go ahead and grab all those, and it will make a lot of them. And then from there, what we're going to be doing is taking the waterproofing, putting on top of those pipes, and you'll get some waterproof pipes, which are for liquid. Oh, it's logic. I love it. You're going to have a lot of pipe left over, just for the record. So we'll get some more waterproofing, and we'll get those things. I'm sure we're going to need a lot more, just a stack of pipes here. But nonetheless.
You need cactus green for that waterproofing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some in the middle.
Good. Well, we'll put the pipes up here for now. So, basically what it boils down to is you got your little pump here. I'm just going to set it down just for sample's sake. And then you'll have the pipe coming on. The pipe can come out any side. I usually just put it on top because it's easy. And you'll have the the lava coming out of that, and the electric motors, or sorry, redstone motors, will be coming off of the side here, like that.
Right.
That's going to be the setup. So now what we got to do is find some lava, get this little pump over them, and we'll get the redstone motors plugged in. We'll probably make another couple redstone motors while we're at it, because they can accept up to 4, and that gets it going pumping a little bit faster. So we'll go ahead and make some more pipe here. We'll make a couple more motors, and we'll fire ourselves a lava pit, and then we'll see you guys in a minute.
Be right back.
Pump 2. So somewhere in here is the lowest point, which apparently is not much, because there really isn't much lower than where I'm standing. Uh-oh. 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 That was bad news. Wow, my thing would not work all of a sudden. I don't know about my house. Yeah. That's bad news. Hope a tombstone popped up.
There's a tombstone.
And welcome back, everybody. To that way there. So yeah, I got some got ourselves a little uppool here. We had ourselves a little malfunction, but it's been corrected. So we're gonna get this pump taken care of, and Ruar's asked some questions. What does he need? Yankees place. So we're gonna put this pump up here. Now, normally I want to find the deepest point in the pool, because the pump will only drain to the level it can reach. Can't drain below that. Does drain a really big area though, so that's nice to have. So just for the sake of simplicity here. There's a deep one.
Oh, yeah.
Little trough right there. So
your hat.
My hat is on fire. All right, so we're gonna put the pump right here.
That's all that's left of you.
Hello. So we're gonna go ahead and put the pump right about here. So I'm gonna some materials. I'm actually going to put the pump just right on the bottom of this, like this. Hopefully that worked. The first time I've ever seen the bottom of a pump. Oh, sorry, it's coming out here. Let me out.
Oh, so you... Okay.
Pump's got a little animation, as you can see. Now, again, it is not powered, so we're going to need to power it here. And to do that, we're going to use our little redstone motors. So I'm going to slap them motors on the side of the pump here.
Ah, hell.
Now, motors technically can do that. They can actually stack on each other. However, you usually try to stay away from that, just because if a motor...
Yeah, you better turn that.
If a motor actually gets overdriven by other motors, it can actually cause an explosion. Even redstone motors. But you can stack them up a little bit. I've played around with them. I never had any time to do anything scientific to get the exact, how much you can get away with, so to speak. We got that there. We found our way up to Tox place. We're actually going to run the pipe up inside there. So I'm going to grab a stack of pipes here. And since I can hover with this awesome jetpack, my one actually has power. Go ahead and start the pipe off here. Now, there's one little thing we forgot. Well, I guess what it is, Tox?
Oh,
these
peppers.
You got it. Yeah, these are redstone motors.
You have a forestry
motors.
bag and a digger's bag. Anything in there?
Actually, you know what? That's a darn good point, sir.
Or at least in the forestry bag, because we got a bunch of cobble here.
Again, turn off. There we go. So we got some wood there. Hey, look at that. I'm almost a Boy Scout. There you go. Make some levers.
Okay.
Let's make some magic.
The redwood wood does not have that little trick with the
Double stacking logs.
sticks. Yeah.
Oh, that's inconvenient. Not the end of the world, but hey. So while you get those done, I already got some blocks put in. You just put the levers right on the blocks between the two motors.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, make it a little easier.
There goes my pick, and I forgot to check a coin. That pick was wanting to die for a while.
He's broken and I'm sick, so we're not going to work too well here today. Alright. From here, it's going to be a simple process. Simple process of getting the back up to Tox's place. Now, because of the location we're at, it's going to be a big of a long run. Not a big deal. It's just a matter of getting enough pipe to do it. So we're going to go ahead and start running this pipe back here. I'll talk to those levers going.
You want me to turn
And
the levers
oops.
on?
Yep.
Okay.
Might as well. Luckily, pipes don't pour liquid out, so we're not going to be in harm's way
that
or anything.
that was my concern. I'll pay you
If that
back with
if that were
levers
possible
delay.
with just straight up pipes, I would say have another prank for Rourke, but I think
Well, to be fair, I told him he should, on the Cranky Craft server, he should ship off a bunch of poppies to somebody's base from his Iron Golem farm.
nice. The Crackcast server people, if you haven't watched anybody from the Crackcast server, definitely go check them out. They're a fun group of people. I'd love to have them on Bach Gaming for Modified. Right now they're playing the Rourke Craft, what is it? Attack of the B Team. That's right. Alright, so from here we gotta go up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and whoops. I'm gonna try to get up here. Or I'm gonna get blocked by.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, fine, you put it up. I'll just stay down here.
Well, I
didn't
thought
want
this
to go
was
up
this teaching talks tech.
anyway.
I should probably do this, get some practical hands-on experience with placing pipes.
While he pillars up the pipe here, I'm gonna go ahead and spiral on around.
Mind if I get some more pipes here?
I was gonna say, let me get some the rest of the ones I got here for you. There's those, there's those, there's those, and that's probably not even gonna be close to enough, but hey.
This is why I'm glad I can make sand.
Up.
Because you need glass for this.
And
for
lots
glass,
of
you need sand.
Oop.
That sounds like sunlight. Sounds? Wow.
Sounds like sunlight. There you have it, people. We have figured out what sunlight sounds like. Alright, so we're gonna need to cut
I got
up.
a text message.
Oh my good heavens, this is gonna be an interesting path, my friend. This is gonna be
Oh, are we poking out?
yeah, I need to figure out how things go. I tell you what, peeps, we'll go ahead and get the pipe finished up here, and then we'll come on back and show you the finished results. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. And the lava has finally caught up to us. So we finally gotten the pipe all the way run up here, and I did a little bit of loop-de-loo and whatnot. Had to come from right by here over to this part of the hill, up into here, back through around here. Woo! As I fall down, and then finally, eventually making a left, coming up, and bada bing. So, long story short, long weavy pipe. But the nice thing is you got the infrastructure in now, talk. So when you're down under there, if you find other pools, you can just tie into this pipe and run everything up. Okay. Now I went ahead and pulled the
direction worries.
Nope.
Okay.
You tie the mage one in. Pretty much is a whatever's pushing versus whatever's pulling. So you can just tie pipes in, no worries.
Okay.
So I opened up the back of the wall here, just because we're a small room and everything we've got laid out. It's better to move everything. So this is the back of the generators. We're going to go ahead and put some pipes coming out of those, if you could.
Time to think too.
Pulling it back up here. There we go.
Thanks.
And then I'm going to go ahead and put some tanks in here. Now, what's nice about these is we can go ahead and get these tanks lined up all the way to the top here. And these are going to allow you to have that wonderful buffer of lava.
Right.
And my little daughter is less than happy today. She feels about as happy as I do. I think she's got the same thing I do. So, unfortunate as that is. But nonetheless, so we're gonna, it's like I fill up here. This tank is basically gonna hold on to all that lava pumping and be able to go ahead and take the pipes off of here, and we'll put some those redstone motors on them, and we'll just have them pump basically out of this tank into the generators. So go ahead and get a couple extra pipes. Actually, you know what we really need? I just realized that's not gonna work. I am such a dunce. So, I said earlier we have many different types of pipes from Buildcraft, and they actually have some different functions. Cobblestone pipes are kind of your utilitarian pipes. There's also, oh god, I'm having brain freeze here. Stone pipes from Smooth Stone.
Oh.
Now, the difference between the two is stone pipes are slightly faster for item transport. I mean, very slightly faster. But what's really important about them is that when you put stone pipes side by side with cobblestone pipes, they don't connect. So that's a nice perk. So you can actually keep your lines separated if you need to. Now, some other types of pipes we have here, we have wooden transport pipes, and they're made the same way as the cobblestone pipes that use wood instead. Now, the point of these guys here is that these guys can actually pull items out of chests or pull fluids out of tanks.
Okay. Do we need to waterproof these?
Yes, we do. You're absolutely correct.
I see some waterproof there.
We're going to want to waterproof those. I only need 2 of them, but I'll go and make a bunch of them because you'll probably need them later.
All right.
And the last piece of the puzzle we're going to need, I forgot about, we're going to need some redstone motors. We'll have to get those put in place. So I was going to put the wood pipe like that. And those wood pipes orientation is going to be the solid side pulling out. You'll see in this case here, it self-orients because it's next to the tank. And you can see that's where it's going to pull out from. So we need to power these. And again, the most common way to do is with redstone motors. There are other ways to do this. However, we will get into that later. For the moment here, we're just going to go ahead and get some redstone motors, and we'll just go ahead and go that route. Do we have any left over? I thought
I think what we
left
needed
over
for that, we needed wood.
Wood, pistons, the other thing. I'll tell you what, I'll be right back and with those motors here. In the meantime, just to give you an idea of all the different pipes we have in this wonderful, wonderful world, there are iron pipes. So iron pipes are directional pipes. Those pipes, when you put them on something, they will only flow in one direction. This is especially helpful if you have multiple pipes coming together and you want to make sure items go the right way. This would be a way to collect items. Iron pipes also have the little perk that they are redstone reactive. So if you have an iron pipe hooked to 2 different pipes, you can actually get to toggle the direction between them. So that way you can actually have control over where things go. That's another nice little feature to have. Redstone, let's look at some motors here. I'm over at our main workshop here. Redstone engine. Yeah, we do have one left over. And we'll go ahead and craft one at it. This our AE system has pretty much most of the basic recipes and a whole bunch of others. There we go. Got a couple motors here. So iron pipes are really helpful for organization and direction, flow direction and whatnot. Really good in high places. From there, you've also got sandstone pipes. Sandstone pipes will not connect to anything other than another pipe. So if you need to bypass a chest without touching it, sandstone pipes are very handy for that.
Nice.
Very nice to have. And then some other basic ones you have are the gold pipes, which will speed things up the going through them for items. They also have a higher fluid capacity than regular pipes. And then finally, diamond pipes. And diamond pipes are organizational pipes. You can actually put a diamond pipe down, and you can tell all 6 different directions that have different colors. You can tell it basically by filters where items go. So it's a great sorting pipe.
Those
So,
are nice.
Levers.
I can make some more.
So we're going to get some levers and get those set up. And I'm going to go ahead and put these motors on.
I have some more. Right on my hotbar.
Let me see here. Is there any benefit to any way? Nah, not really. Let's go ahead and throw a motor here. Now, motors usually do kind of self-orient, which is handy most of the time. But you can turn them with a wrench. So go ahead and lever on that. Now, these guys are going to start drawing, as you can see here. Now, Buildcraft pipes, as you can see, they don't really have a care about where the level of lava is at. So there's a little bit of a cheaty system in this regard. Most other tank systems, like iron tanks from Railcraft and so on, will in fact be upset if you try to pull higher than the actual fluid level's at. These we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
But long story short, you've now got this thing set up. You've got a buffer reservoir for lava that pump is pushing into. And then you've got these guys pulling lava into the generators. And then from there, these guys are going to fire up, as you can see. There we go. And you should see the bat box is filling up now.
That's not the bat box. Uh-huh.
There you go.
32 EU per tick.
Now you've got a maximum 62 EU per tick coming out of there. That means you can run a whole bunch of these guys. All these guys have different variants in terms of what they can run, how they work. But they'll run for a while here. And then usually what I end up doing, again, just as kind of a backup utility, is I'll take at least one of the generators we have here. The cheap trick is, I just go ahead and plug it right up there. That way, worst case scenario, if the lava runs dry and you really need to have your machines running for some reason, you can just go ahead and
Throw some
basically
coal in there.
put some coal in there, get things running at a limited capacity, just get yourself going again. And once you find a new pipe to run or a new area to run to, then you can go ahead and get your lava generators back online again.
How
So
long do you think it will take before that particular lava pool will run out?
it is completely dependent on how often you use the machines. And this is one of the critical things about IC I really love is that they don't waste power. See, that generator just popped off
Oh
because
yeah.
now it's full up. Now remember, this generator here is only going to power up this bat box.
Mm-hmm.
This one here's going to power up this one. These cables are linked to the outputs of these bat boxes. These generators are independent of each other for powering up those battery boxes.
Right.
And there you go.
And it's kind of flashing on right now because it's
Yep.
trying to power the E furnace.
Exactly. So right now what you have is this bat box is taking precedence over the other one. The furnace is running, and so it's pulling just a little bit of power. So this thing only flips on just long enough to top off the battery box, and then it pops right back off again. So they're
Right.
incredibly efficient in that regard. You get a lot more power out of them. And likewise, with these guys right here, they're going to pull lava in until there's no more room. And once they're full, the motors will continue to run, but there's nothing wasted because they run redstone. And they'll keep everything topped off for you. Now, that said, how much lava you're going to have down there, I don't know. As you can see, there's nothing else flowing. So from here, it's just going to be a matter of you running around finding different pools of lava, which is pretty easy to do with this map of ours. We kind of see where the pools are. And you just run an extension out, put a second pump up, and then the first one dries up, pull that one down, go ahead and move it to a third spot, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So that's it, peeps. Pretty simple system, and now Talks, you're pretty much up and running here. Next time, we're probably going to dive into automating some mining for Talks. There's a lot of different ways to do it, from quarries to miners to everything else. We're going to continue on the turtles. We're going to continue on with the industrial craft theme. There's some really good miners out there that actually will do a really good job compared to the quarries, and will only pull up the good stuff as opposed to getting absolutely everything. So we'll talk about that when we have time. But for now, I appreciate you watching, and as always, if you have any comments, curiosities, want to correct us on something we said wrong, or I said wrong, you're welcome to post it in the comments down below. Likewise, a like certainly does help us out. And if you like what you see here, like any of the videos we do, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. It's always appreciated, and we certainly will do our best to get things out there. I try to do my videos at least once a week, sometimes a little more. And I do pretty much, well, this right now, nothing else. Talks with a few of the other series in addition to this one, however. So that's about it for us. Talks, as always, thank you. I appreciate it, and I apologize for my my kind of haze right now.
That's right.
But hopefully it'll be better soon, and we'll get crack-lacking on doing some mining and see if we can't overrun your chests with some good stuff. All right?
You want to overrun my chests that are already overrun.
Yes.
All right then.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye!
Have a good life!